Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? So I need to talk a little bit more about fuel discounts. I made a video a few weeks ago about different fuel cards, which one's the best one for trucking, the different kinds of discounts you can get. And I need to follow up on that because I've been doing some more in-depth kind of research on this one, and I think it really justifies being more popular. It's really turning out to be a good deal. And I'm talking about the MUDFLAP app. Been using it. I called up, I talked to the people about it, found out exactly what it's all about and how it's working. And to tell you the truth, they've been kind of beating the pants off of my NASTIC pricing. I'm going to be leaving out tomorrow, so I wanted to look in and see where is a good place I should buy fuel before I leave the state of Wisconsin. And I checked 3 different places, and MUDFLAP is beating my NASTIC pricing in all 3 places. In Madison, Wisconsin, they're beating them by 8 cents a gallon. In Osseo, Wisconsin, they're beating them by 8 cents a gallon. Same fuel stop. And then down at the Wisconsin-Illinois state line there at Russell Road where the TA is, same fuel stop there, they're beating them by 4 cents a gallon. So that's pretty substantial when you figure that over a month, a year, whatever time frame. And after talking to the people, I've decided to kind of throw my endorsement behind this, and I'm going to give you some details on that, so it's full transparency. Because if this continues and their network continues to grow and get better, I'm going to drop my NASTIC card because the fees are just too much. And this MUDFLAP card has no fees. Well, it's not even a card; it's an app. You don't even need a fuel card. There's no fuel card associated with it. You sign up for the app, you link it to your debit card, credit card, or PayPal account, and that just settles it up right there. And just a little additional cost-saving hack for you if you're into that kind of thing. If you set up the MUDFLAP account, link it to a cashback credit card, that's just additional savings on top of the fuel discounts. So think about that. Now, who should have this? I think every independent should, because it's really good pricing, and it's only getting better. Now, after talking to them, it is a cost-plus program. So the more trucks they get on it, the better pricing we'll get. Now, the pricing is already, like I said, beating my NASTIC discount in most cases. And the network is growing. Since I did that video, I don't know, a month ago, there's dozens of fuel stops added. There's new ones added all the time. And they're not crappy fuel stops. I mean, they're busy places. They pump, a volume of fuel, so you're not getting fuel that's been sitting in tank for a year or anything like that. They're just good fuel stops. And a lot of them, there's a lot of mom and pop places in the network, which a lot of us like to do business with them because, hey, we're small businesses too. And we like when people do business with us. So that's an added benefit. But first, just for full transparency, I want to disclose my full involvement in this because it's only fair. And my integrity is important to me. And I would never want to intentionally peddle trash. So I mentioned that in a video a couple of weeks ago that somebody tried to pay me to endorse their fuel card and program and sign people up for it. Well, I'm going to give you the details on that. And then give you the details on this so you can see the difference. With that first offer, they offered me $100 per person for the first 5 people I signed up for their fuel card. So that'd be $500. For every person after that I would sign up for their fuel card, it was going to be $200 per person. That's a lot of money. When you consider maybe over the course of the year, I could probably sign up 100 people. That's almost $20,000. Now, on top of that, they were going to give me a piece of their factoring. So if you do the math and average it out, the average truck is probably right around $20,000 a month. And it's 10 trucks, and then the percentage they were going to give me would be about $400 a month indefinitely, just for doing nothing, for about 10 trucks. I mean, 50 trucks, you're talking about a couple grand a month on top of what I was going to be getting for selling the fuel card. Talking about pretty good money, but I had to say no. It's not right. It's not saying their company's trash, but it just isn't the best for people like me and people like you. So I'm not throwing my name behind that. My name means too much. It's all I got for whatever that's worth. Now, MUDFLAP. So if you sign up for MUDFLAP, I'll get $10. Okay, we're gonna use, if you use the referral code I'm going to give you, which is diysemi, just the name of my channel, one word. Just type it in as lowercase. It doesn't need to be uppercase. When I'll show you how to do it in the app here in a second. And when you do that, you're going to also get $10 credited to your account the first time you fuel up. So I'll get $10, you get $10. That's full disclosure for you right there. Big difference between getting $10 and getting $200 that the other people were going to give me. But that's because this is a better deal for all of us. The network's getting bigger. Now, okay, if you're leased to a carrier, you still probably want to take a look at this, because I've been talking to a couple people that are leased to carriers, and with MUDFLAP, they're beating the price that their carrier's card was giving them. So in one case, a gentleman I know said that it beat his Love's discount by 19 cents a gallon, which, hey, over the course of the year, that's a lot of money. That's like getting your license plate for free, or more than that even. So, and then there's times if you need to, even if you don't want to use it as your full-time fuel thing, there's times when you need to fuel out of network, but then, oh crap, you're losing your discount because you're out of network. Well, use the MUDFLAP app. Get your discount even if you're out of your carrier's network. Or, you know, keep it on the down low. Sometimes you just need to, you know, fuel on the quiet. Carrier don't know about it. Use the MUDFLAP app, so you get your discount anyway. But it's a pretty good discount, and I got a feeling that, with the exception of the big boys like, you know, JB Hunt and Schneider, a lot of your medium-sized carriers, you're probably going to get better pricing on MUDFLAP app. If nothing else, it's worth checking out and having as a secondary means of fueling, because, you know, sometimes, I don't know if you've ever had it, you fuel up and you go try to check out, and your fuel card didn't work, and now you're spending an hour on the phone with ComData or EFS, and it doesn't happen here. There is no fuel card. It doesn't exist. You just scan the app and fuel, and that's it. Now things are changing with that a little bit. They're making improvements. So let me just show you here. I'm going to open up the MUDFLAP app. There. Well, here's what your dashboard will look like, okay? And then you can see, you tap right down here to get a fuel code, and it'll show where, you know, where you are, and then you would just type in I want to buy this many gallons. Okay, there's a couple different ways it can work here. Some of them right now are still on the old way, where you say, okay, I want to buy 150 gallons. So you'd put in 150, which you're pre-buying the fuel, and then you go inside and you show them your phone, and they'll scan your phone with the barcode reader, and they'll authorize you to buy 150 gallons. Now, you say, well, I don't know how much fuel I need. Well, if you buy, say you buy 150, you only pump 145. Well, when you're done, you just open the app and you snap a picture of your receipt, and that texts it right to MUDFLAP, and they refund that difference. Or if you go over and you're going to buy 155, well, then you just go into the cashier and you settle up with them after the fact. So it's not that hard. But how it's switching over is, instead of having to put that exact gallons in, you tell them you're going to fuel, they send you the code, they scan it, they turn on the pump, and you just pump what you pump. And then at the end, it settles it up. So it's easier. There's no having to reconcile that difference. And I talked to Cooper over at MUDFLAP, and he assures me that they're slowly, you know, fuel stop at a time, switching over to that. So as you can see, now I like not having that fuel card part, because some people don't have the credit to get a fuel card, or it's just another hassle. Or, you know, this could be another thing you carry in addition to your fuel card. But it's worth having, and I really hope you look into it and try this out. Now, if you try this out and you have problems, I want to know about it, because I told him when I talked to him, I says, if I'm putting my name at this, I says, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire, and you got to do right by these truck drivers, because first they'll tear me a new one, then they'll tear you a new one. So if there's problems, and customer service, if you call them, they answer the phone, even if it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You don't sit there in a phone tree for 3 hours in the middle of the night and then have somebody answer the phone that can't solve your problem. It doesn't work like that. It's a small company. So that's just some benefits there. of using this. Like I said, if you've got a smartphone, just go to the Play Store. If you're on Android, or the Apple Store, type in MUDFLAP, one word, download the app. It takes about 5 minutes to sign up. You just put in your information, and then I think your DOT number or whatever, and then link a card to it, or your PayPal. Like I said, link that cashback card to it. I personally don't have one, but it'll give you some extra savings on top of your pricing. And then you're ready to use. You just use it right away. And then once you use it, if you use that promo code diysemi, on the first time you use it, you'll get a $10 credit on your account. So try it once. Even if you're leased to a carrier, compare pricing. It's worth it. I mean, if you can save money, hey, maybe you could even get your carrier to switch over to it. I don't know, probably not, because they love their fuel cards. But no reason why you can't save money. Give yourself a competitive advantage over your coworkers there. And you know, fuel is the lifeblood of our industry, so if we can cut a lot of money out, let's all do that. So download the MUDFLAP app. On your first transaction, you'll get a $10 credit on your account. I'll get a $10 credit. Helps support the channel. Saves you a bunch of money on fuel. And hopefully, it'll be really smooth transactions. No more problems with fuel cards. All that kind of garbage that goes with that. And you know, too, these companies like Comdata are really getting us over a barrel here with their fees. I carry a EFS card linked to NASTC, and I also carry a Comdata card. They're charging me $4 every time I use that card to fuel. That's just insane, and I'm tired of it. And I'm going to get rid of one of the two. Haven't decided yet. I want to keep one just for check writing purposes, but the other one's, it's gone because I'm tired of all these fees. You know, with NASTC, I'm paying $250 a year, $36 a month to be on the fuel card, and then $4.25 a month to have the card. And then, you know, if I want to write a check, it's $1.75. It's fee after fee. So if these guys are beating the price anyway, NASTC is probably going to be the one to go. Sorry to say, NASTC, but you should have just given us better prices instead of keeping that money for yourself. So I hope you decide to try this out. Like I said, promo code DIYSemi. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.